You have to look at the camera. This way.
I'm so distracted.
Ugh.
It's hot in here.
So the movie I'm going to be talking about that you have not seen is called Open Marriage. It should just be called Complete Disaster. Because that's exactly what I think an open marriage would be.
I've said this before. I'm not a jealous person, but I just don't see that working.
I just don't. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you say you're okay with it.
I just don't see the point of being married.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't be married then. If you're wanting to,
that's the whole like cake and eat it too thing.
Yeah. It's a disease waiting to happen is what I think. That's what I think about it. I don't know. So Becca and Ron, okay, they're going through a lot. Ron's been out with a back injury. He's a construction guy. He's, his workers, whatever you call it, is running out. She's pulling double shifts as an RN. They're having fertility problems.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot.
They're the people that have the open marriage?
No, you're just psst. I'm going to get to that.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to get to it. Okay. So they're struggling in their marriage. Okay. They're having a hard time. So it turns out that he only has a 1% chance to father a child. Now, he hasn't told her this yet. He's waiting for the right opportunity.
How does he know and she doesn't?
Apparently, he went and got checked. So, they're hanging out. It's the weekend. They're hanging out with their friends, Max and Mindy, who have this insane mansion.
Max and Mindy.
Mindy has a lot of self-tanner. I mean, a lot.
Is she orange?
She's orangish. And they're hanging out. They're like making out like they were like just met or something. And they're like, hey, Ron and Becca are like, whoa, you guys are like really into each other.
They're making out in front of them?
Yeah, it was
They're
really
adults?
Yes, really weird. So they explain now that their marriage is actually much better now that it's open.
Oh.
And the rules are no extracurricular activities with the other person, and they have to be in the same room.
Wait, whoa. What does that mean? Extracurricular activities.
Like, they can't do it. They can't get it on. I'm like in junior high. They can't do it.
Okay, so unless they're there with each other?
In the same room.
So they're swingers. It's not an open marriage. They're swingers.
I don't know the difference.
That's a huge difference. Open marriage is you go and you do whatever you want. You date, whatever. Oh. But you're still going to always go back to your core person.
Okay.
For like the heavy stuff.
Right.
But you can date.
Oh.
Like you can have a boyfriend.
Like you can go to dinner?
Yeah, you can have a boyfriend and a husband. As long as everybody's cool.
I guess I was confused about that.
They're swingers.
Okay. I did not know that.
They're like, put your keys in a bowl when you come in because we're drinking and getting it on.
And there's shag carpet. You better believe it.
Why isn't there shag carpet?
There should always be shag carpet in the basement.
God, do you remember that hot pink shag carpet in my room when I was little?
So gross.
And it just, like, you couldn't even put your feet on it.
No, it was so nasty. Okay. So, they leave and Becca and Ron are like, so what did you think? That was pretty crazy that they're having an open marriage now, but they seem to really be liking it. I'm wondering if it would be a welcome distraction for us. So Becca had lunch with Mindy.
I feel like that's the worst thing that you can do.
I think that would be the worst thing you could do for a troubled marriage.
Be like pretty you know?
Yeah.
Pretty tight.
I would think so. But yeah, if you're already struggling in your marriage,
I don't think
I'm not a marriage therapist, but I should say that I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. I don't think it's smart.
I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Exactly. That gives me all the rights to tell you that.
That's right.
Okay. So Becca had lunch with Mindy to chat about this whole, like, how does this open marriage thing work? She's a little intrigued. Okay. So Mindy explains as long as they are in the same room together, they're not cheating.
Swingers.
How do you say that's not cheating? That's my question.
That's not.
In their reality, it's not cheating.
It's not. Because if the other person fully knows what's happening, you're not cheating.
I don't know about that. I just don't know about that.
It's difficult.
So Mindy explained.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about either. So Mindy explained that it actually saved their marriage. Their marriage was on the rocks, and then they opened it up, and now they're awesome. Yeah. Pretty gross. Okay, so anyway, they get a text from Max and Mindy who want them to come over and have a sleepover on Saturday night.
Oh.
So Becca and Ron are trying to figure this out. They're like, it's kind of hot, you know, maybe we should consider it, maybe just this once. And they make up their own rules. They're like, okay, you have to be together and be safe, right? And if anybody wants to stop, if one of us wants to stop, no questions asked.
Is there a safe word?
No. Okay. Then they'll stop. Okay. And if one of them starts being uncomfortable and doesn't want to do this whole open swinger marriage, whatever you want to call it, they'll just quit it. No questions asked. Okay. So.
Like in the middle of it?
I guess anytime. So they're all in this room, and I think there's a fireplace and some statues.
And some more shag carpeting.
Of course. So Max and Mindy start seducing them. And they all end up.
So they're the aggressor.
They are.
And they're not even the swingers yet.
No.
Right.
Max and Mindy are the ones that are already swinging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So Max and Mindy.
Ron is not.
That's right.
Okay.
Ron and Becca. So Ron and Becca are clearly uncomfortable. But Max and Mindy are all up in their business. Okay, so they give into the passion and they all get it on.
In the same room.
God, gross. Okay, so anyway, you know, the next morning, Becca and Ron were like, that was pretty fun. We sort of enjoyed ourselves. We don't know if we'd ever consider it again. So they get another text from Max and Mindy to go to this club. Like they go to an alley.
Swingers club.
You just wait. They go to an alley and like nothing's there at all. Okay. And they all meet up and they're like, why are we in this like dark back, creepy freaking alley? What's going on? Well, guess what? The hostess wearing some kind of S&M getup.
Nice. I was going to say dominatrix.
Opens the door. It's a swingers club called Open for Business.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So the hostess walks them in and explains the rules of the club.
Oh.
Anything goes, number one. Anything goes. Number two, the safe word tonight is suspenders. Number three, have fun. Those are the rules for Opens for Business.
So why don't they just say there's no rules?
I have no idea.
Rule number one of Open for Business is there are no rules.
Exactly. Now that would have been way cooler. But of course, you still want to do the safe word being suspenders.
Okay. Well, I guess everyone would need to know that, though.
Suspenders is an excellent choice.
Okay.
So the four of them go back to.
Everyone has the clap.
Oh yeah. There's chlamydia. You know, there's like
you probably sit on a bar stool and get chlamydia. I
wouldn't want to touch anything. No. And of course, the four of them go back to this room that's like covered in purple velvet.
Why not?
Exactly. Which wouldn't be easy to clean. So I don't think I'd be sitting anywhere personally, but whatever, to each his own.
Right.
So they do their thing. And the next morning, Ron he's having a hard time with this. Ron is like, I want to stop. I want to stop. I don't want to,
okay.
He's not okay with it. He thought he would be, but he's just not.
Yeah.
So Mindy and Becca are having lunch again. And Becca says, Ron's just really not into it. He wants to stop. And Mindy is not happy about this decision.
Why did they have to go to the club to get it on?
I don't know. I think they thought it would be fun. But, Mindy is not happy. And she wants this to keep going.
Oh, she really liked some Ron.
She did. Okay, so that night, Becca's working late. She's a nurse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ron gets a text from the Open Marriage Club highlighting a picture of a super hot chick he saw there. So apparently, Open for Business will text you hot pictures in order to lure you back. Okay.
Is it a stripper joint too?
I don't think so. It's just a have fun, safe word, anything goes club. Exactly. So, he's looking at this hot chick pic and he's like, oh my gosh, I kind of want to go over there. So he's telling himself, it's not going to be any problem if I go and just watch.
He went by himself?
He did.
I thought that you weren't allowed to do that.
He's not. So the hot
his wife's
chick
pulling a double to carry his ass?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So he's in the bar and hot chick comes up and starts kissing his neck and he's like, I can't do this. It's wrong. I'm leaving. And he left the club.
Oh, so conflicted. Ron.
I know. I mean, it's like he's all, about it, but then he feels guilty.
He's a man.
So he left. Yeah. Which I applaud him for that. So the next day, Ron and Rebecca are out for a run, and he happens to mention that he only has a 1% chance of impregnating her.
Oh my God. Is she going to try to get pregnant by somebody else?
Well, Becca is really upset because apparently he's known this for a couple weeks and he's just now sharing this with her. So she's pretty upset. So she goes ahead and takes the truck and leaves him there in the middle of nowhere.
Did she go to Open for Business?
No, she just went back to the house.
Oh.
Yeah. So, it was pretty upsetting for sure.
Yeah.
But he had to go probably 20 miles. She just straight up left him there.
Oh.
So
Becca.
Yeah, so he gets home finally after forever of walking and running. And there's a mysterious black car parked outside their loft, which is, I don't know what that's about. But Becca's not there, and he finds a positive pregnancy test in the garbage.
Oh, snap.
Mm-hmm. So she comes home late. She doesn't really want to talk about it. And she also notices this expensive black car outside the
How do you
loft.
not want to talk about that?
I don't know.
How do you not talk about that?
I think they're on the edge. He doesn't want to push her over.
That one you don't sweep under the rug.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either.
I don't know.
So somebody knocks on the door, and there's flowers, and it reads, Becca, my one and only. And the husband's like, Ron is like, whoa, what? What's going on? And she goes, oh, I don't know. It's probably my friend at the, my gay friend at the hospital. He's also a nurse, and she covered for shift for him so him and his husband can go to the Lady Gaga concert.
Could they stereotype gay people any more than that?
It was pretty bad.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
But true.
I don't know. This guy was great. He was such a good friend because you'll see what he does in a minute. So anyway, she assumes that her friend from work had sent her these flowers because she had done him this solid, right?
Right.
Okay. But Rod's suspicious and he thinks she's lying about it. So he calls Becca at work that night, and her friend picks up and says, oh yeah, she's not here. She left 3 hours ago. She left work 3 hours ago. And he's like, I don't know where my wife is. Right? And he goes, did you send my wife flowers by chance? And he's like, no, why would I do that? So clearly they're not from her friend from work. So Becca goes to open for business
By herself.
But guess what? She's meeting Max there. And that is against the rules.
Way against the rules.
So apparently they've been seeing each other on the side, which I believe is the extracurricular activity.
How long has that been going on?
I don't know. It's been a little bit, I think. Now, Ron and Max are best friends. So it's a little bit complicated. Okay. So Becca's like,
did the black car go away?
I don't know. So Becca's like, look, Max, it's totally over. I'm pregnant and it's over. I don't want to lie anymore. I don't want to do this to Ron. And he's like, yeah, that's for the best.
Is it Max's baby?
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see. So there's like this creepy chick with a mask, you know, one of those masks that you put on or whatever. And she's like staring at them.
What kind of mask?
I don't know. One of those like those mask ball things. I've never been to one of those.
Is it the half mask?
Yes. It's a half mask.
Masquerade ball.
There you go. Okay. I've seen it on
fun.
I've seen it on TV.
Seen it on the TV.
So it ends up being, you know, okay, we can't do this to our spouses, blah, blah, blah. Becca goes home and Ron wants to know where the hell she's been. Okay. And why she didn't tell him that she was pregnant. She said she wanted to tell him only after she found out that there were no complications, which I don't believe that, Becca. Sorry, I don't believe that. So Ron and Becca go over to Max and Mindy's big mansion for Mindy's birthday party. Mindy was wearing a dress that she had also bought the exact same dress for Becca, so they had the same dress on.
Who are these people?
I don't know. It was gold sequins.
It's like a middle school Sadie Hawkins dance.
Exactly. I haven't thought about middle school Sadie Hawkins in a very long time.
I know.
Okay. So Max tells Becca that she thinks Mindy is obsessed with Ron because Mindy keeps talking about Ron. Ron this, Ron that. Yeah. And, you know, and they're just not swinging anymore.
Is Ron hot?
No. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe not my type.
Is he blonde?
He's not blonde.
Oh.
So Becca is talking to her work friend. And he's like, hey, my ex-boyfriend is in the DNA thing. He does DNA and he owes me. And so give me some of Ron's hair and we'll figure out who the dad is of your baby.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know.
You can do that in utero? You don't have to wait for the baby to be born?
Apparently.
No. It sounds like you would have to like.
That sounds dangerous.
I know.
But apparently there is a way to do it.
Oh.
Okay. So she gets his hair from the hairbrush. She gets her blood. You know, they don't know what's going to happen. So again, they're at, you know, this party or whatever. And the next day, there's a creepy baby carriage delivered to their house.
By the black car?
They don't know. Oh. They don't know who delivered it.
I'm interested about the black car.
Yeah. So they go over to Max and Mindy's house for dinner, supposedly just friends now. And I
don't think you can be friends after that.
I don't think so either.
I think you just need to cut it off.
I think you need to cut this off now.
Right.
A clean cut.
I just don't think this is going to go well.
I don't think it is either.
And plus, no one's been murdered yet in this movie.
Exactly. So it's got to happen.
It's going to happen.
Someone's got to be murdered because somebody is always murdered. So while they're sitting at dinner, they all get a text of a pic of Ron kissing that chick, the hot chick, at the Open for Business Club. So apparently somebody took a picture of Ron, this girl kissing Ron.
But who would have all their numbers?
Exactly. So then Ron gets another text that he is now fired from the construction job he just got because whoever took this pic of this chick in this crazy outfit kissing on Ron and is clearly not his wife also texted it to the mayor who gave him the contract. So now he lost his job.
Is he that important? Like it's a scandal?
I don't know.
I feel like you can't lose your job for that.
Well, it's a contract job.
I would probably sue somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. And then 4 of them all get a text of Becca and Max kissing at the club when they weren't supposed to be there together.
Did she get fired too?
She did not.
See?
So Becca freaks out. She stands up. She's like, fine. I went back to the open for business with Max and didn't tell you. No more lies. And then she takes off.
Oh my God.
So Becca's at work and gets the results of the paternity test. And it's in an envelope, but she doesn't answer it. Or she doesn't open it.
Why?
I don't know. She's just not
She's
right.
going to do like a gender reveal party, except it's a paternity reveal
Should
party.
do it on Facebook Live.
On Maury.
Maybe.
Whatever that show is.
So Becca gets a text from Mindy. She wants to meet Becca at her loft after work. Okay, so Mindy wants to meet her there. Well, Becca pulls up. She noticed the same black car.
Becca's
outside.
car is the black car?
I think it's Mindy's.
Oh.
Yeah. So Becca goes into their loft and she sees Ron tied up on the bed. And the only thing Mindy has on is lingerie and a gun.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mindy is wearing a very ornate white thing of lingerie.
Okay.
And she's waving a gun around.
I don't think white's appropriate for this situation.
I don't either, but she's going with it.
I mean, you would go with a red or a black for that.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think so.
Because you're not angelic at this point.
She demands that Becca take her clothes off and put on the same lingerie. So she got Becca a exact matching white thing of lingerie. This girl is. Yeah. And then Max shows up. Mindy then demands he takes his clothes off. And he's like, no, I don't want to take my clothes off. And she's like, shoots the gun up in the air. And she's like, you better freaking do it. Now, Ron is still tied up on the bed. He's like an observer at this point. So Max tells Mindy that her obsession over Ron has to stop. Okay. Mindy informs him that she isn't obsessed with Ron at all. She's actually obsessed with Becca. Mindy tells Becca, I've always wanted us to look the same and be the same.
She sent her the flowers.
She did. And the crib thing.
That's weird.
So Becca starts to play along and insists that in order for them to get it on, they have to untie Ron. I mean, Ron literally is across the entire bed. He's taken up the whole bed.
So they need the bed.
Right.
That's why they move Ron.
If all 4 of them are going to be doing it on the bed, Ron clearly is taking up the whole bed.
So does Ron have to do it with Max then?
No, Ron has to do it with Mindy, I think.
But
Does she want to get it on with? It's confusing.
I'm a little confused.
It is. So they do untie him, right? They do all this because, she has a gun to their heads.
Well, yeah.
Mindy tells Ron and Max to lie down next to each other, and the ladies need to be on top.
Okay.
Now, when she isn't looking, Becca hits her over the head with a clock, and she dies.
What kind of clock was it?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently a hard one.
Was it like one of those ringy alarm clocks that are made of really heavy material?
It was substantial. It was like cast iron or something.
There's no such thing as a cast iron.
This was a cast iron clock. It was an antique.
This was totally believable until now.
Oh, this was? Everything was believable?
Everything seemed completely legit until now.
Right.
Mhm.
So, they're all like naked. And I mean, this is upsetting because when the ladies were on top, Mindy insisted that her and Becca tell each other they love each other. It was just very awkward.
That is awkward.
Yeah.
You can't force somebody to say that.
I get wanting to like be best friends with somebody, but I just feel like that's taking it way too far. Remember, like maybe get a best friend necklace, maybe go out for some coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel
have a chat,
text everyone, send a meme, send a funny something.
Right.
And, and really that should be enough.
I think so.
It wasn't enough for Mindy. So anyway, she's dead. And then the cops come and Becca and Ron are on the couch hanging out. They're a little stressed out.
They're just
obviously.
hanging out now?
Becca and Ron are on the couch. I mean, the police just left their house, right? Well, it's time to open the paternity test.
Why did she hit her with the clock? Just cause?
Well, because she's crazy and she has a gun and she's insisting and making them all take their clothes off.
Can you imagine being the police officer that rolls up on that car?
That's what I was thinking. I mean, what do you even say? And like, how do you separate them to take, like, their interviews?
Maybe it happens more often than not.
I bet it happens every day.
Probably.
So, as Maury Povich would say, Ron, you are the father.
Oh, that's a love story right there.
I think it's a really exciting love story.
That's some Emmy nominating shit right there.
I'm thinking marriage therapy is probably really important right now to prioritize.
But it's Ron's kid, though.
It is Ron's kid, and they need to get tested for every disease under the sun. And then, yeah, I don't think him and Max might hang out anymore. I mean, there's a lot of,
but now Max can date whoever he wants.
That's true. He's going to have to get married again.
Not really.
In order to have an open marriage.
No, he can just do his thing.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I did. That was a really good movie.
I know.
I might have to watch that one.
It was so really not good. But I mean, it made it, like, it was so crazy that it was good.
Yeah.
So totally right up our alley.
Exactly.
Okay, everybody. I'm so glad that you got to join us. And we got to talk about the differences between an open marriage and a swinger, which I did not know. So
it's basic knowledge.
My day is done because I already learned something. They say you should learn something every day.
And I taught you as usual.
Exactly. So don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and our YouTube channel because we want to help you not think. I mean, we are dedicated to making this happen.
I know.
Exactly.
And we won't hit you over the head with a clock.
We promise.
Or make you tell us that you love us.
Yeah.
But you can if you want to.
You can totally love us if you want to. We will not put a gun to your head in order for you to do it.
Not yet.
We'll see you next time. Bye.